Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
Bam! May is done.
Whoa.
Oh,
I can't believe it, man. It's summertime. I had to take a hay fever tablet today.
yeah, when we started this month, it wasn't sunny, and here we are. There is some sunshine. There hasn't been rain for probably a week now. Summer's coming. I'm feeling good about life.
Good.
Did you expect me to be so energetic there?
You're a summer boy. That's the thing.
I really don't like the cold and the winter and the rain. And it's weird because I'm ginger, and you would think I wouldn't like heat, but I do like heat. At work the other day, our air conditioning broke in the office, and I have to go there 2 days a week now. And I would prefer it to be broken than on, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because I don't like the chill. I don't like feeling like ice pop. For most of the day. Anyway, how are you? How is everyone? We've just gone off. Like, we're chatting like we're
well, it's weird because we kind of recorded well in advance, didn't we? So we've not had a chat for a week or two.
It's been unusual. You've started a new job. I thought I'll leave you alone.
I have started a new job. And talking about your air conditioning, I've gone from like a brand new fully air conditioned office to what I imagine is going to be an incredibly hot office in the summer. However,
see, I'd rather have that.
Well, this is the thing that I found out, because I'm now working in a school. Part of my job is like running a school.
Oh my God.
We work from home in the summer because the school's shut.
That's wonderful news, especially for me and for recording.
Yeah,
when I can annoy people.
That's what I thought.
Anyway, how was May? I had to remind myself what month we.
May was good. May was good. I've watched lots of movies because I had a couple of weeks off, so I've watched lots of things. Have a story about not managing to see the Mario movie again.
Oh my God, yeah.
But we talk about that when we get to Movie Club.
Do you remember what we watched, what we covered? Because we recorded stuff early on quickly.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a challenge. Okay, what have we watched in May? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes.
Oh, was Evil Dead in May?
It was, yes.
And the Return of the Jedi.
What a month. That's 3 good films.
It's 3 films. No, it is 3 good films. One that will leave me mentally scarred for years to come. But still good. Still well made.
I like to put in a joke there that, Chris Pratt annoyed you that much. You think but no, it was actually Evil Dead Rise. Which
I still can't look at a cheese grater without shivering.
I think it's great. I've sat here for a month now thinking, you know what, I might watch that again soon.
Wow, okay. I don't think I'll be watching it again anytime soon.
Bring on the sequel. Do you want to hear some things from some people that sent some stuff in?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to attempt to get their names correct.
That is not going to happen.
No.
I'm saying right now, spoiler alert, Dave will get someone's name wrong.
But the important person. Hi, Paul. Thank you for sending in emails. He's got 2 from him. And he wants to tell me, he says, he does a thing when, like our interview episodes. So he says, hi, Bill and Ted.
Oh, nice.
Enjoyed your revisit of Return of the Jedi. For reasons I can't fathom, Cineworld Milton Keynes did not show this, much to my anger and disappointment. I've never really got on with the early prequels and avoided some altogether. The most recent ones have been a lot better. I still remember my excitement at seeing Return of the Jedi on the big screen for the first time. How the flip is that 40 years old? Keep up the good work, Paul. I found this out only a few days before I watched Return of the Jedi. Odeon. It was only on like 6 screens across the country or something.
Really?
Ridiculous like that,
okay.
And luckily we live
near
Milton Keynes. He should have gone to the Odeon.
He should have gone to the Odeon. And talking about anger and disappointment with Cineworld in Milton Keynes, more on that later.
Yes. He also sent his thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Thank you, Paul. He says, hi, Butch and Sundance. Which one do you reckon you are?
Definitely Butch.
Okay. Does that mean you're Newman or?
Can't remember, but I'm happy with either, to be honest.
I want to be Newman. He's so fucking cool. Thoroughly enjoyed the last film. It was so much humour. The audience, like me, was laughing throughout. This is by Guardians, by the way.
Okay.
Love seeing Rocket's backstory, which was done very well. Whilst I enjoyed the music, I wasn't familiar with their choices of previous movies. That says a lot more about my limited musical knowledge. Me too, Matt, but I still enjoyed it. Have to confess, I didn't get the Kevin Bacon reference, but I do have a goldfish brain when it comes to previous films. Totally missed the headline, Ari Star-Lord returning. So he must have left the cinema. And also, he probably can't remember the Christmas special.
Yeah, not everyone's watched the Christmas special, I don't think. That's the thing. So there's a lot of Kevin Bacon in the Christmas special. But also, I think, is it in 2 when Star-Lord tells the story of Earth's greatest, mightiest hero, Kevin Bacon?
Yes,
yeah,
maybe.
It's a running thing that Peter Quill's all-time hero is Kevin Bacon. So,
and he is great, and he is great in the Christmas special.
Yes, and it's nice to see you get Paul's name right twice.
Twice, I have to say that is true. Yeah, thank you for sending your things in, Paul. Really appreciate that. Did I mention his name's Paul?
Yes, you did. Well done.
Great. Let's see who else sent us some stuff now and see if I can get their name wrong or right. Oh yeah, Alex Elliott on Twitter said, we spoke about when Groot speaks. Spoiler, if you haven't seen it.
Yes.
When Groot speaks at the end of the film, I took that to mean we could also understand him now as Gamora did. To everyone else, he probably still said, "I am Groot."
That's quite a good point. I still don't feel it's quite as impactful as "We Are Groot," but
no. And as soon as he wrote that, I was like, "That
yeah.
makes sense."
It does make sense. That's a good point. Yeah.
Someone's agreed with Alex, so thank you for thinking that, because that didn't even enter my head.
No, me neither.
I actually thought he learned to speak English for a minute.
Mate, I think, that like Alex's observation makes a lot more sense than our own stupid brains.
Very true. Alex Powell. We love Alex's. He says, I enjoyed your episode on Return of the Jedi. My ranking would be something like Empire Strikes Back, The Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi, A New Hope, Last Jedi, Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith, Solo, Rogue One, Rise of Skywalker, and Attack of the Clones. So we can all agree, we all know what the bottom two are.
We all know what the bottom two are, but hang on, Rogue One? What's that doing down there?
I don't know.
Crazy
talk. I think Rogue One should be a little bit higher. But Esteban sent me 2 messages. It says, "Hello, chaps. Hope you're both well, or I hope you're getting better soon, depending on when your episode is listened to."
Yes. Yeah. Feeling better.
How are you feeling?
I'm still coughing a little bit, but yeah, definitely better.
That's good. He wrote, "I've just listened to the Return of the Jedi episode. Return of the Merchandise, more like."
Again, he's got a point.
"Terriers on their back legs rather than Wookiees on their home world. After all the money they made, I'm sorry, but it's not a patch on Empire. I appreciate it wraps up the original trilogy, but it started to smell of Star Wars Xmas special by the end of it. Nub song, ? I rest my case. Still loving the work you're doing. It's generally a joy." And he also sent us a question from the holiday. Before I get the question, no, Return of the Jedi is still the best. I'm with you. It's Empire's better. But come on.
It is, though. I mean, they did start to cash in a fair bit. Like the merchandise
at that point, they worked out
crazy.
that. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. He's sent us a message again about Return of the Jedi. He got me thinking about the other abominations in the franchise prequels. But I have a fond memory of the pod race. I have a cheap LG soundbar wired up to the TV, and it brought that scene into my living room. And for a few minutes, it became a suspense-filled action movie worthwhile of the original. Absolutely love pod racing. Pod racing's a great part of that movie. Do you have any movies where you realise the impact of a decent sound effect, a bit deep, but have time to think for a change? Because he's on holiday.
Okay.
My initial thought, and I know we've mentioned it a lot, is the aliens.
Yeah, I can see that. Decent sound effect. I mean, one we've watched quite recently, I suppose, Evil Dead, with the bone cracking, and I think you notice it more in horror. Horror's all about sound for me, isn't it? If you're thinking excellent sound work, you know what's great? Wall-E has got some really nice sound work on it. Partially because it is Ben Burtt, I think, who did the Star Wars
originally Star Wars trilogy. But sound work, yeah.
I mean, Star Wars is the sound and the Foley on Star Wars is
also
incredible.
The tick 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 in Dunkirk. I don't know if that will go down as a sound effect or music, but that gives me shivers. Basically, or the Joker. No, that's again music. That's not sound effect, is it?
Not the Joker, no.
You know what I meant in The Dark Knight.
Yeah. You meant The Dark Knight rather than the Joker.
Yes, sorry.
Yes, good.
I meant that impending doom when it comes on the screen.
Okay.
You know, that music I'm talking about.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I don't know. I need to think on that one a bit more.
Decent sound effects. Anything in space, really.
Okay. I think more of kind of like, more horror genre.
Oh, really? Is that where your mind's going?
Yeah. So like say like the bones cracking in Evil Dead, or like the eating noises in Raw. That will never leave me.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's never going to leave my head.
Nightmares. Just nightmares.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Raw
Total
is just
nightmare fuel.
It's too much for me. But thank you everyone for getting in contact. I think that's everything, and I think I got your names right. If I didn't get your name right, send in an email, and I'll definitely read that email out.
Yeah, definitely.
and get it right. But yeah, really appreciate everyone getting involved and sending us stuff in. Again, there's probably stuff has been sent our way, and I probably have missed it. If so, I apologise. But thank you for sending it. We do appreciate it.
We do always
send your stuff in. We love reading it out. We love hearing it. Rich, at the end of the episode, will tell you how and when and why to do that.
Well, I'm going to have to now.
But for now, let's go on. Sequel news.
Sequel news. Sequel news.
We are like an orchestra now. I just have to point at him now, and he does it.
We could just record it.
No, people want this. This is why people come to the end of the month.
They want us to forget every month what the things sound like. Yeah.
We've been doing this for over a year now, these roundups, and each time it's a surprise to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. There's a lot going on. Yeah. We do a lot of sound effects during the month. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll put them together. 5, 6, or even 7.
7?
Yeah, it's a bit lot. But let's try and rattle through them quickly.
Okay, let's start with the best Fast and Furious movie, 5.
Hey, this is a good one. The other day when we were doing Disenfranchised and the magic wheel landed on Beetlejuice.
Yes.
It always promised a sequel and never got it.
Yes.
Thank God we didn't do it because it's happening.
It is happening, yeah.
It's official. Tim Burton's got his mojo back after Wednesday, I think. There's casting. There's lots of casting. Obviously, Michael Keaton is back. We've got, I've forgotten her first name, Ortega from the Scream.
Ortega. Jenna?
Jenna
Ortega?
Yeah, that sounds like it's a person. Jenna Ortega from Scream and Wednesday is coming back to play Winona Ryder's daughter, who's also returning to play Lydia. I think I remember her name as being back. But so that's all great news. They're so obviously they're all Tim Burton's perfect Tim Burton-y cast. Monica Bellucci is in the cast, weirdly, to play Beetlejuice's wife. Can you say Beetlejuice's? Was it just Beetlejuice wife?
Beetlejuice's wife. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she's a very Tim Burton-esque casting.
Yes. Yeah.
Also coming on a mystery role is Justin Theroux.
Justin Theroux.
Theroux or Theroux, however you want to say his name. I'm sure there's parts of Essex where they say Theroux. But are you excited for this? Because this film has been rumoured for years and years and years, and it's been so many false starts, and we now suddenly, quickly, it's happening.
Am I excited?
Do you like Beetlejuice?
I do like Beetlejuice.
That's a good start. That's
not
solid
that
ground.
Excited.
But Wednesday's quite good. We've enjoyed that.
Yeah, true. We have enjoyed that. Maybe it's going to be... Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
We're about to see Michael Keaton return as Batman. He's on
We are, yeah. On the Flash.
a return in front.
Does that count as a sequel? The Flash?
We'll get to that later. But Tim Burton has been very off it for many years. Would that be a polite way of saying?
I think he's not been at the top of his game. Yeah.
It's not been like Edward Scissorhands kind of,
It's not been Batman, has it?
Batman Returns, Edward Scissorhands, Edward.
Planet of the Apes.
Fuck you.
That was a joke. Come on. Nightmare Before Christmas?
He didn't direct
it, but it was like, his hand was in there, wasn't it?
Do you know how many people think he directed Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, who directed it? I can't tell you his name, but I know Tim Burton didn't do it. So.
Yes, true. But they do call it like Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
So,
and it is very Tim Burton.
Yeah.
So, but I like Beetlejuice. I think it's a fun Halloweeny film.
It's a fun film, and I hope the sequel is fun and not
Coming to America.
Yeah, Coming to America. Yeah, absolutely.
That's where we.
Yeah.
That's our place. Okay, so we're high up for Beetlejuice 2. Okay, what's the next number you want?
Let's go with 7.
Okay, this is a weird one.
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone. How do you feel about Sylvester Stallone?
Well, I mean, it depends. As Rocky, love him.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Cliffhanger?
Do you know what? I don't think I've ever seen it.
You've never seen Cliffhanger?
No.
Mate, you've got to get on that. Just because it's got John Lithgow as a bad guy, Michael Rooker's in there.
Okay.
Stallone. It's got a really good, tense opening. Have you ever watched Ace Ventura 2, Pet Detective?
Yes, I believe I have.
Do you remember the beginning of that film with the raccoon?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. Well, if you watch that and you haven't watched Cliffhanger, you might be a bit confused, but there are second best out of Cliffhanger. Anyway, apparently there is an idea of a new Cliffhanger. There's going to be... It's kind of a sequel reboot, but they are bringing back Stallone's character, Gabe Walker.
Okay.
Which is a very mountain climbing name. It is a classic. I would put it up like, I think 1993. It's early 90s classic.
About rock climbing, right?
Yes, but there's also like a bank heist in there, and it's very Stallone early 90s film, and it's I would definitely put it in the positive camp. And like I said, John Lithgow plays a brilliant bad guy. So it's definitely worth trying.
I will look it up. But we're getting a sequel/requel, are we?
Yes. There hasn't been many information about it. Just say Stallone is writing it. But Stallone, again, is, mid-70s at this point.
Yeah, he's not going to be climbing many mountains.
Surely. I really hope he's not going to be climbing any mountains. I do worry about him. But I really like Cliffhanger. And, yeah, I'm excited for this. Because there's a world there, obviously. But now we've entered the time of like Mission Impossible stunts. Yeah. Whatever they do in Cliffhanger, they're going to actually have to do. You know what I mean? It's going to have to look incredible.
Yeah, true.
The bar has been raised for stunts and special effects, especially after John Wick as well. That kind of realism. But good luck to them. As you haven't seen it, I can see why you're. But once you watch it, you come back to me. Okay, what's next?
Let's go for number 3.
Okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger says Jason Reitman stopped the Twins sequel. Now, have you heard about the Twins sequel that many years?
I have not.
It was always going to be called Triplets.
Of course, because why not? And
I quite like Twins. It's got fond memories
and fun. Yes.
as the Schwarzenegger comedy goes, it's right up there. Yeah, it's got Danny DeVito. Their idea for Triplets with Ivan Reitman, so original director, sadly passed away last year before.
Yeah,
year before.
Yeah.
The original idea was Schwarzenegger, DeVito, and Eddie Murphy.
Right.
For years. I'm talking about. Yeah, crazy, right? I mean, like 15 years back. And then I think Eddie Murphy dropped out at one point and Tracy Morgan was going to step in.
Okay.
And I think this is the exact quote from Schwarzenegger. Jason Reitman fucked it up.
Okay.
Jason Reitman literally stopped the project when his father died. His father wanted to do it really badly. I wanted to do it really badly. Danny DeVito wanted to do it really badly. We had the financing. But when his father passed away, Jason said, I never liked the idea and put it on hold.
I mean, that's up to him though, isn't it?
Well, he owns the rights, and it's probably for a good thing.
I was going to say, it sounds fucking terrible.
Twins never seemed like a film, well, especially now.
Well, the whole point of the Twins is that Arnold got all the good stuff and Danny DeVito got all the crap. Like, where does Eddie Murphy or Tracy Morgan fit into that?
I don't know.
Doesn't make much
especially
sense
after
to
all
me.
these years.
And also, like, how is he a different race?
I think that's meant to be the joke, which could be
bad, right?
it could be bad. Yeah,
I mean, I'm with Jason Reitman on this one.
Yeah, I'm quite happy. I think Twins is one of those films that could probably. Hey, I would feel free to do a remake. You know, Rock Kevin Hart. At this point, they like each other.
True. That's doable.
Or two ladies, or whatever.
Oh,
I don't mind, but not this. So that's gone out the window. What do you want to know next?
Let's go with number 1.
Yeah, okay. Gladiator 2 news more. We thought the casting was getting too good, so Barry Keoghan has departed Gladiator 2.
Ah, come on. I was looking forward to my all-Irish Gladiator 2.
I don't know how you're going to have all Irish with Denzel Washington in there.
Oh, yeah, true.
And Pedro Pascal.
Oh, I didn't know about Pedro Pascal.
Oh, Pedro Pascal is also in this.
Oh, okay.
Too.
All right.
So it
was just Paul Mescal and Barry Keoghan last time we talked.
So Paul Mescal is still there. Connie Nielsen is returning as the Queen. Denzel Washington's popping up. Pedro Pascal is popping up. Joseph Quinn, recently from Stranger Things, is popping up.
Yeah.
Who else?
He's
got?
Great.
Derek Jacobi's coming back. Apparently Matt Lucas, it says here. So good luck to him.
Matt Lucas?
Yeah. And replacing Barry is a guy called, get ready for me to murder this game, from the White Lotus, Fred Heinziger.
Okay.
Hickager.
And who is he in
Hechinger.
And who is he in White Lotus?
I have no idea. I haven't watched White Lotus.
Okay.
He looks slightly ginger.
Okay, I'm going to look it up. Fred.
Red's
the colour or Fred the name?
Fred's as in Fred.
Okay. Who is he in White Lotus? Oh, is he the son? Yeah, I know. I got him. He's the son in the second series.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I wouldn't say it was a standout.
It's not quite up there with Barry. So this film's still happening. So let's go Ridley Scott. We're looking forward to it. No idea what we're going to make of it, but the cast is incredible at the moment.
Agreed.
And it's about time we had a big, Sandals
I am looking
epic.
forward to it. Something bit different from the stuff we're getting at the moment.
Biblical.
Yeah.
What do you want to next? I've lost the numbers, so I've got
2.
Oh, this is I'm a bit confused about this one, right? So it's a new cast member to Venom 3. Now, I don't know about Venom 3 because I think it's meant to be in the MCU or not. I'm not quite sure anymore. But Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Close.
half our fun is me trying to name things. Is joining the cast, but not as the guy from Doctor Strange, if that makes sense, because he's already been in the MCU. This is what I was.
Yeah, he is already in the MCU.
So he's playing a completely new character.
Okay. Oh, that's going to be odd.
Maybe he might be a creature. Who knows?
That's a good point. Actually, it might be voice.
Might just be a voice, maybe. And it might not be. But the whole Venom thing is that they like a parasite, so they will come out at some point.
And
I don't
also,
know if he plays a bad guy or a good guy.
Universe and stuff, right? Like,
I suppose so, because Tom Hardy popped over for a little bit and then popped back or something.
For a little bit, had a chat with Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso, and then popped back again.
Popped back, but a little bit of bio left over.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Who knows what's going to do about that? I'm just going to say my next bit of news is that there was a Meg 2 trailer
Yes, I've seen it.
You've watched this one?
I've seen the trailer, yeah.
Rich has watched the trailer.
It popped up on YouTube when my son was watching stuff the other day. And I was like, oh, Meg 2.
Statham's back. Bigger sharks. More of them. More
I've not seen
creatures.
The first one. So
Richard, now you're going to be surprised.
You know how annoyed I get about sharks being the bad guys in movies?
Yeah, you are. You'll hate this.
But this is a megalodon, right? Which is a prehistoric shark, which hasn't existed for 65 million years.
Yeah, but they do in the trench.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
This is the movies are big and very dumb. I mean, the first one I think it's a lot of fun. Statham's having a whale.
What do you mean? A Jason Statham movie's big and dumb? Never.
He pretty much punches a shark at one point. It's great.
He kicks a shark in the trailer.
Yeah, it's incredible. It is a weird. The first one I remember. I think I reviewed it actually, and I question that it's quite unbloody for a giant killing shark film. Yeah, and there's kills in the trailer. The second one that looks more violent than the first one, to be honest.
But if the shark is so massive, the megalodon is so massive, then it's just going to swallow people whole. It doesn't need to chew, does it? So
it does that, yes, it does. But I remember the first one, the press screening, they screened it in a swimming pool somewhere. I didn't go, but I saw pictures, but then it rained at the screening.
So an outdoor swimming pool?
An outdoor swimming pool. Outdoor swimming pool, sorry, I should have said that. That's quite an important bit of information.
Did you have to sit in the swimming pool to watch the movie?
You sat on rings, apparently, and then they played the film in front of you.
I would not be down with that.
Okay. Warner Brothers?
No thanks.
But what's most interesting about this film is that it's directed by Ben Wheatley, who's done Sightseers and Free Fire and the film. He's a really, not I would say weird filmmaker, but a very independent filmmaker.
Yeah.
And I would not have years put these two together, but
that's interesting.
It looks mad, and it looks great.
I'm up for mad.
I'm up for a bit of mad, a bit of fun. The last bit of news, and we will get it through to it next week when we review Fast 10.
Yeah,
is that Vin Diesel is now hinting that this, instead of being a part 1 and a part 2, there is a possibility it's going to be a trilogy.
What's the actual? Oh, that's where I know Ben Wheatley from. He did Steve Coogan, the Steve Coogan TV thing.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry, yeah.
Anyway, I thought you meant that's where I knew Vin Diesel from. So how would you feel? You've watched one film. Don't give anything away how you feel about it.
No. I was really looking forward to
an end?
part 2, and I'm now nervous.
It hasn't been confirmed yet. It worries me that it's not. These films haven't been written.
I mean, we'll cover this more when we talk about the movie, but what I'm learning is Vin Diesel is full of shit. When it comes to announcing stuff, he has clearly been having us on for years.
Yeah. It's never going to end, because if these ever end, we're going to get the spin-offs or whatever. He was talking up a female-led Fast and Furious the other day, and I was like, great.
Oh man, it's not going to end, is it?
No.
In 10 years' time, we're going to be talking about Fast and Furious 16, and and Vin Diesel in his underpants in his retirement home.
It can't be numbers after 10. It's gonna go. They're gonna go back to colon.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Well, there's no pattern to Fast and Furious titles anyway, is there? Because there's the Fast and the Furious, the first one, and then the second one is Too Fast, Too Furious, and it's Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Then the fourth one is just Fast and Furious, no there's, and then the fifth one is Fast 5. So no there's and no Furious. They chop and change how they're naming this thing. Then 6 is 6 the Fate of the Furious?
No, that's 8.
Oh yeah, okay. So what's 6?
Because Fate sounds like 8.
Okay. Yes,
6 was
you're
just
right.
Called, I think Fast and Furious 6 was literally just called Fast and Furious 6.
Right. Okay. And then 7.
Furious 7.
Furious 7. Yeah. And then the Fate of the Furious. You're right, with 8. And then what? Fast 9? Was it Fast 9?
Or F9.
F9, that was it, yeah. And then we've got Fast X. So fuck knows what they could be called.
Is the next one going to be called Fast 11 or Fast X Part 2?
I think it's Fast X Part 2. at this point.
Well, strap in, ladies and gentlemen, because it's all coming. But that's all the sequel news. A lot of good stuff. Busy. Of all those news, what are you most excited about?
Gladiator 2, which I never thought I'd be saying. I'm actually really looking forward to it.
And we haven't been drinking today.
No. I've not even taken any cough mixture.
Oh, wow.
I am fully sober.
So, we'll look forward to what next month has in store for sequel news. I'm sure there's going to be some big announcements soon. We're now getting into summer, so shit's going to go down, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's going to get real.
Something's going to happen.
Something's coming. But let's move on to...
sequels, what we've seen.
Sequels that we've seen. The sequels that we've seen. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sequels that we've seen.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Jazz
I like
hands.
changing it up a bit. That's
Jazz
lovely.
Right. You start.
Well, I've seen 3 sequels.
I've seen 1.
Oh, well, I bet yours is a new one. None of mine are new. They're all relatively
No, mine
old.
was... I'm going to tell you now what it is. It was
Okay.
Fast 9. Because I watched Fast 9 previous to Fast 10.
Okay.
And what I should have watched
And
was
it's
Fast
still
5.
fucking stupid?
It's possibly the worst one.
Yeah. It's not. Too Fast, Too Furious is the worst one. But Fast 9 is down there.
Once these are all over, the Vin Diesel series is all over.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the rating. We did a rating last year, the first 8.
Yes.
And we'll go back with the extra 4 at that point. Or 3, whatever it's going to be. And we'll do that. But I think it's shit. Anyway, on to your 3.
Okay. So, because you basically told me I had to, I've watched Rocky Balboa.
Yes!
So, finally watched all of the Rockies, all of the Creeds.
You're a
I've now
completist.
watched
How does
them
it feel?
all. Reasonably good. I quite enjoyed it. It was a very enjoyable movie.
It's inspiring.
Still
Rocky
not
6.
my favourite.
Rocky 4 still your favourite?
Rocky's 4 still my favourite.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, it's decent. I liked it. It's ridiculous, but also, yeah, quite liked it.
Well, it's kind of George Foreman-esque, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but George Foreman's a lot better boxer than Rocky ever is.
How
Like,
dare you.
Rocky can take a lot of punches. I think that's the main thing about Rocky, isn't
There's some really nice scenes in Rocky 6 is more of a film, like a proper piece of cinema than
it? Yeah, true.
even Rocky 4 or Rocky 3.
Yeah.
It definitely has more DNA
I want to say Rocky
to the first
4 is
2.
my favourite. I think the re-edit that we went and watched at the cinema
no.
is my favourite. Because
No, the original's still my favourite because you got the robot.
gets rid of the robot.
But I watched Rocky 6 before I ran a marathon once, and it was inspiring because it's that speech. It's about life. It's not how hard you get hit. It's how hard you get hit and you keep going.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good piece of advice.
It's definitely the best sequel I've watched this month.
Oh, that's good news.
yeah.
And Stallone's excellent in it.
He
And
is. It's really
he directed it. It's a great film, and the boxing scenes are all realistic. I watched that, and people were cheering in a screening I was in once from many years back now.
Nice.
So you liked it, right?
I did enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed it.
And it's a much better than Fifth.
It's better than 3.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than 5.
Yeah.
It's not as good as 4, I don't think.
No. 1, 2?
It's not as good as 1. I don't know about 2. Maybe on a level with 2.
Yeah. Well, I think that's fair. I'm really proud that you've watched them all now.
Oh, thanks, mate. All I needed was 2 weeks off work with nothing else to do.
And just loads of films. Oh, what else did you watch?
I also watched Death on the Nile. So the
new one?
Poirot, the Poirot sequel to Murder on the Orient Express.
And that's the second one. And
That's
that's
the
where you got
second
that's when you get the origin story of the Tash, right?
Yes, yeah, you get the origin story of the Tash, and quite possibly the worst cast.
Yes.
In any movie ever. Like the main couple is Gal Gadot and the Armie Hammer.
Yeah, and Russell Brand's in there as well.
Oh God, and Russell Brand as well. Like, but Gal Gadot and Armie Hammer have about as much chemistry as me and that wall.
Yes.
like they are wooden.
Do you know, I watched that and I preferred that more than the first one.
Did you? I did not.
The Orient Express one.
Because I also watched the first one, but we'll talk about that in Movie Club.
Okay.
But no, I did not prefer it to the first one. Yeah, it's all right. It's a 3-star movie. It's a 3 out of 5. It's okay.
Are you looking forward to the new one?
I didn't know there was going to be a new one.
There is a trailer out, and hang on, let me find the name of it because you probably wouldn't even know it's.
I weirdly like Kenneth Branagh as Poirot.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it is bizarre, but I like him. I'll tell you who else I liked. What's the name from Game of Thrones? I thought she was pretty good in it.
Ah, yes, I know who you mean. I can't remember her name.
No, I can't remember her name. And I do know her name, and I can't fish it out of my brain. But she died too early. That was my complaint. I thought she was going to be really interesting, and they killed her off too early.
The new Poirot film is called A Haunting in Venice.
Okay, interesting.
And if you looked at the poster, you wouldn't know it's connected to these films.
Okay.
There's a cast again, not quite as starry.
Good. I think that's a good thing.
And it looks more like a ghost story. So Jamie Doran's in it.
Oh yeah.
This is like movie news, and it shouldn't be. Michelle Yeoh's in it. Tina Fey's in it. Kelly Riley's in it.
That's a pretty starry cast.
But that's pretty much it. And Kenneth Branagh, obviously. But the trailer, go check out the trailer. It's not what you think it's going to be, especially when you see the title. It has no mention of. I think they've stopped trying to sell these films on the cast now.
Right. Okay.
All the previous marketing was pretty much on those films, and then just before the release of each of those films, something bad comes out of one of the cast. Like the first one was Johnny Depp,
yeah,
and then the second one was Armie Hammer, and it kind of dents what you think about those films. So this one, I think they're playing it a lot differently, marketing wise. But yeah, go check it out. Haunting in Venice. So that one's coming. I think it's this year, Rich.
Is it? Is it really? This year? Rose Leslie is who I'm trying to think of.
She's great.
Her name suddenly came to me whilst I was...
She was great in that submarine programme on BBC One.
I don't think I've seen that. I didn't watch that.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was great. Cool. Well, I'm excited that you've watched that as well.
Yeah.
So you've all caught up there for our new one. What's next? Keep them coming.
I watched Confess Fletch. So I really like Fletch, the first Fletch movie.
The Chevy Chase film.
The Chevy Chase movie, Fletch. I really like that movie. It's one of my favourite movies of all time.
Wow.
I know it's stupid, and I know Chevy Chase is a dick, but I really like that movie. And then they've made this new one, this requel.
I was about to ask, what is it?
It's a sequel. You know,
it
is a sequel, but it's a sequel in the fact that you don't have to have watched any of the others to kind of understand it. With John Hamm as Fletch instead of Chevy Chase, because obviously, you know, Chevy Chase is...
They're very different actors.
Yeah, they are. But John Hamm's very good and actually very charming and plays Fletch very differently. And it's not kind of as much... There isn't like the voiceover that you have in Fletch, which I quite like the voiceover, and he does play it very differently, but I think closer to the books as far as I understand it.
Yeah.
But actually very charming movie, interesting, like mystery that plays out, and yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Again, I'd say probably a 3-star movie, not perfect by any sense, but yeah, perfectly watchable.
It was the release of it was very quiet. When it came out.
It came out last year.
Yeah, very quick. Came and gone very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I haven't watched it. What's it on for the people who are listening, aka and me?
I think it's on Now.
Now,
I think it was Now
Sky
TV
Cinema.
I watched it on. Yeah, or Sky. And yeah, like you, I meant to watch it when it came out, and then it came and went so quickly that it passed me by.
It's one of those films you're waiting for.
Just because I really love Fletch.
Yeah.
And
what you're waiting for, and then you're like, oh, it's already been out. And you're like, oh. Okay, so now it's on streaming. That's great. Do you remember years ago, Kevin Smith nearly made it with Zach Braff, and it was meant to be called like Fletch Lives. Would you have liked a Kevin Smith?
Obviously, because I love Fletch. But Fletch Lives was the sequel to Fletch. Then it was Chevy Chase again.
Oh, really?
Made in 1989. Yeah.
Okay, there was meant to be another one. I remember that a few years ago.
Meant to be one called Fletch 1, but I don't know. That never got made, I don't think.
Okay, does it leave open for a sequel for the new one?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, like it's like Confess Fletch is pretty much a standalone story, but also Fletch is still, you know, around by the end of it kind of thing.
Fletch is a series of books, is it?
Fletch is a series of books, and Fletch is an investigative reporter, essentially. Although by this point he's kind of given up doing the reporting bit and is just doing some investigating.
Okay.
By this last one, he's just being hired, but it always appears like he's a bit rubbish. Like he always appears like he doesn't know what he's doing, and then by the end of it, it always comes together that actually he's been having people on the whole time and he knows everything that's happening, and he's just solves it all and sorts it all out, and he's been in on things all the whole way through, and uses that kind of like not knowing what's going on as a tactic.
Out of those 3 sequels, which one would you say watch?
3 sequels. There's only 2 sequels.
Well, you Confess Fletch, Death Denial.
Sorry, the 3 sequels I've watched. Probably Rocky Balboa is the best of the 3.
Good answer. I was just checking.
But yeah, I would say I would say you, not everyone else listening, but I would say you should watch Confess Fletch. I think you might find it quite funny.
I'll try and squeeze that in.
But yeah, it's been a good month for sequels.
Like I said, the only one I've watched so far is F9, apart from the Ape films and all
the things we've had to watch for recording.
Let's move on to Movie Club.
Boom! Movie Club. No, that's TV, isn't it?
That is TV
Club.
Movie
Club.
It's the Movie Club. We're going to the. I always end up singing. It's ridiculous.
Done it. Yeah, you've done it now.
It's too late staying in.
Done.
I've watched a few films. I forgot I've watched these films, but I've checked on Letterboxd.
I have watched a few films too. Yeah.
Okay. Which ones do you want to go in depth on? And which ones?
So
I think a couple we've both watched.
I can do a couple together.
Go on.
So I watched Heat because we talked about a potential sequel to Heat.
Yes.
And then straight away after I'd finished watching Heat, sometimes it comes up with, you watch this, so you might like this.
Yeah.
It came up with Sicario, and I was like, oh, I need to watch that again. So I watched Heat and Sicario on the same day, back to back.
Wow.
Yeah. They are quite long, epic movies.
Yeah. Heat's like 3 hours, and Sicario's not short.
It's not short, no. But it was a day, like I was at home on my own, there was no one in, and I basically just watched those 2 and had a very nice day.
That's a good double bill.
It was.
That's a great double bill, actually.
It was a great day. But yeah, both great movies.
Are you excited for the Heat sequel now? Prequel? Wherever it's going to be?
Still not 100%. Still don't quite get Adam Driver as the De Niro character.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I can see him
more as the Pacino character. But hey, who knows?
But Heat still hits. Heat still hits hard, and the bank scene still stands up. Looks great. It's still the blueprint for go-to bank heists.
Yeah.
And just Pacino together and De Niro at that point in their careers as well is
so good.
So good. Sicario is a good film. I'm not as hot on it as other people.
Are you not? Oh, I really like it.
I think Emily Blunt is brilliant in it.
She is brilliant in
it. The cast is brilliant because it's got Emily Blunt, it's got Daniel Kaluuya, it's got Josh Brolin, and it's got Del Toro, and it's probably got some other faces in there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's strong. And I remember this. You've seen the sequel or not seen the sequel to Sicario? I
didn't know there was a sequel.
There's a sequel to Sicario too.
Oh right, okay. No, I didn't. I did not know that.
There you go. Put it on the list.
Not that I've got any time to watch stuff anymore, but
certain cast members don't come back for it, but other certain cast members do. And it kind of feels like they're trying to do a trilogy at one point. So it's going to be interesting if they ever get around to finishing that story. But man, yeah, there's a scene in Sicario. Is it when they're waiting to cross the border on the bridge or whatever it is?
Yeah.
It's really good, really tense.
It's really tense. Yeah, it's really
even the end's really tense. The whole film's it's a Denis Villeneuve film, so obviously it's going to be tense.
Of course,
good films, Rich.
Denis Villeneuve do the second one?
No.
Right. Okay. Is the second one a bit of a step down?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I would say so, but it's got moments that I can't remember at the moment.
That says a lot.
It doesn't have the impact that the first one had.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Villeneuve was too busy with Blade Runner at that point to come back and do that.
Yeah.
Great double bill. What else?
I also watched another film that you recommended to me, not just Rocky Balboa, but also The Raid. So I haven't watched The Raid 2 yet, but I watched The Raid.
And You can hear my voice there.
I mean, it's good. It's probably not for me.
But as soon as you watched it, I was like, Rich doesn't like action films.
Not that I don't like action films, but I just need a bit more than just action.
Oh, but it's so good.
It is good.
It's like
really
Dredd.
good. And yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Is like, it's basically, I can see where Dredd came from, because it's basically the same movie. And also I can see a lot of John Wick in it as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very good, very stylish, well-made movie directed by a Welshman.
Yeah, Gareth Evans, yeah.
Indonesia. Is it Indonesia?
Yes, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a really good, worthwhile watch of a movie. It's just not
Question earlier on
quite
about
for me.
sound effects. This would be a good one.
Yes, that would be a
There's
good one.
a lot of
You're
bone
right.
crunching in this one.
Yeah.
And the raid 2. So this one is an hour and a half, isn't it? The first raid.
It's nice and short. Yeah, absolutely.
The sequel is a lot longer, and it's more epic, but it follows on the story.
Okay. Well, I'm good. I've not watched it yet, so don't spoil it. But yeah, I will.
I'm
watch
waiting
it.
for someone to pick it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
And
glad you
then,
watched that one.
Yeah, and then probably the worst movie I watched this month, Where the Crawdads Sing.
See, that's on my list. I think the wife will enjoy it, and it's a book. And my friend AJ, last time I met up for a drink with him, he told me he really liked it.
I really like the main character in it, and the girl from
Normal People, isn't it?
Normal
Daisy
People, yeah.
Jones.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I pulled that from somewhere.
I think she's really good, and it's weird how she can play any age from like 14 to about 45, which is good for this movie because it follows a girl growing up essentially.
Yeah.
However, it's quite dull, and the ending's really fucking shit.
I've heard that, and I'm not quite sure if it's the same as the book. I haven't read the book, but if you really love the book, I mean, well, you love the film.
You just don't need the end. Just don't need the end.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, it's one of those movies.
Does it turn into like a murder case in the middle of it? I've watched the trailer.
It's sort of a murder case all the way through.
Okay.
That's definitely a case, but you kind of have no idea. Yeah, it's a very flimsy murder case, I would suggest. But yeah, the ending kind of... There's sort of an ambiguous, like, did she do it or didn't she do it? And the ending makes it not at all ambiguous. So it sort of spoils it for me.
Okay. Yeah. Did you watch, and I think you did...
I think there's two movies we both watched.
One of them being Rye Lane.
Rye Lane, yeah. I really liked it.
I was desperate to see it in the cinema.
Love a British rom-com anyway.
Yeah, and I couldn't work out the time, just couldn't align. And I couldn't believe it's come to Disney Plus so quickly.
Yeah,
and it's really only like under an hour and a half, isn't it? It's really short.
It's really snappy. It's really short. It's really well scripted. Like
really funny.
The writing is really good. Like, it's very funny. It's very I really enjoyed it. It's
nice to watch an authentic piece of London. Actually, look like the
actually
London
really look like London, rather than like a Richard Curtis version of London.
Yeah, right. And there's some lovely cameo in the middle of it, and which made me laugh.
I was really surprised about it. I was like, what? Yeah. Can we say who the cameo is?
No, leave that. It's such a
spoil it for people. But I did a double take because I wasn't sure if I was seeing what I was seeing. Yeah,
but it's a really fun film.
It is a fun film. It's really nice.
I love a good rom-com.
Me too.
Especially a British rom-com. And there's so much talent in that film that's just going to do extraordinary things, I think. So it's definitely one to keep an eye on. I think it's going to be very rewatchable.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah, I think so.
And relatable for a lot of people, I think. Going through breakup and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. What was the other one you thought I've watched?
Air. You watched it last month.
I watched it last month. Yes, yeah. It's now on Amazon Prime or Amazon Video, whatever you're calling it. What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. It's
my
kind of movie. It's exactly my kind of movie.
People talking on phones. Yeah. That's Rich's film.
Lots of people talking at clever dialogue at each other and making stuff happen. That's what I like.
Plus, I love Jordans. I had to buy a new pair.
I watched it going, I think I might go and buy some Nike Air Jordans now. Not that I've bought a pair of trainers in a long time, but very nice, Dave.
There's my
Dave's showing me his pair.
I did have another pair, and they had air in the bottom.
Oh, right, and
I put a hole in it, so one side is now deflated pretty much.
That's a shame.
So I had to go and buy another pair.
Oh.
I'm just showing off my.
You're
shoe
a bit
collection.
of a trainer dude, though, aren't you? You're a sneakerhead.
If I had lots of money, I would spend a lot of money on shoes.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of money, so I have to wait until they're literally gone.
But also, you've got a more normal sized foot than me.
Yeah, well, I'm a size 9 to 10s.
Okay, so mine's like 13, and I normally need quite wide.
Do you have to get them specially made when they're that big?
No, but I did go through a phase of having to order stuff from America. So when I was really into Converse, I used to have to order my Converse from America because they didn't sell 13s over here. It's getting better now, though.
Yeah, it's getting better, but obviously Converses and Jordans or whatever are meant to be basketball shoes, and basketball players are meant to be massive with size 17
but
feet.
Not in England so much.
No, that's why you go Superdry. They're all from Japan.
Yeah,
their large size would be what?
I can a large size Superdry t-shirt I can just about wear as a glove.
Even like larger me is like, oh, this is a bit tight.
Yeah.
But that's a good film. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman, all very good.
Very good. Yes, that's all the movies I watched. There was a movie that I tried to watch.
Oh, what was it?
Which is the Mario movie, the Super Mario Brothers.
Let's go into it.
I don't know if there's any you want to talk about before we get into this.
I've watched. I'm going to quickly bang these out quickly.
Okay.
Searching. Have you ever watched Searching?
No, I haven't, but I know there's a sequel coming. So
the sequel has come and it's gone.
Okay. Right.
So we're going to review that when it comes onto platforms.
Streaming. Okay. Yeah.
Very good. I don't want to ruin anything for you. It's the same premise.
Okay.
The sequel's got nothing to do with this film, though. It's just the same premise that it's all done on like a desktop.
Right.
But there's some nice twist in there. Keeps you engaged. Very clever. You think, how did they make that? Anyway, that was good. Next one. Good Luck to You, Leo Grand. With Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson. Again, that keeps flashing up on stuff recommending it. So
interesting. Again, some good themes. Quite short, quite nice. British film as well. Was surprised about some things in it. Was it good? Yeah. I watched that and pretty much Rye Lane back to back.
Okay.
I preferred Rye Lane. But Emma Thompson's always good. And it's a very simple setup. It's like, I would say, only filmed around a few locations. So it's quite, good. Well written by Katie Brand, the comedian.
Oh, yeah.
So, definitely worth checking. The worst film I've watched this month, and I think it's absolutely dog shit, it's called The Mother. The Jennifer Lopez.
The Jennifer Lopez thing, right?
Kick-ass film. Standards are so high for action films at the moment. And I really like J-Lo. I think Hustlers is a great film. And I really, really like Marry Me recently.
You did like that, didn't you? Yeah.
I think J-Lo is great. And you put this on, and it is just an absolute puddle of piss. And it made me physically angry, I think, by the end of it. Because you want to see Jennifer Lopez really kick ass. And it's such an anticlimax at the end. Me and my wife were like, is that it? Oh, it's over. But the premise is she is on the run from, don't even give a shit. Someone like the cartel and a ex-American soldier person who are doing dodgy deals at some point, and she double crosses them, and then she gives birth but has to give the baby away to protect the baby, and then for 12 years she lives in the wilderness and pretty much trains to be a kick-ass person. She was already kick-ass beforehand, but eventually the daughter gets kidnapped by these people, and then she has to go be the mother.
Right. Okay.
But like I said, action standards are so high. You want it to be good, and you really want to, but it feels more like a shitty Taken film than,
it's a shame.
A John Wick film. I would avoid at all costs.
Okay, won't watch that then. To be
Unless
honest,
you're a Jennifer Lopez completist,
anyway.
don't go see it.
No,
But my recommendation would be Rye Lane.
Yes.
I think Rye Lane's great. It's very short. You can squeeze it in whenever. And it's fun for all the family.
Lovely.
Yep. Now, let's talk Mario.
Let's talk Mario. So, the saga of Mario is my 8-year-old autistic son really wants to watch the Mario movie. The cinema is a very difficult place for him to go. And we tried to go and watch it at Odeon in Milton Keynes. And he didn't get past the trailers, basically. And the staff at Odeon were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They couldn't do more to help. They refunded all my money. It was amazing. They did incredibly well. They did everything they could to help. In contrast, what I found out was there was an autism-friendly screening at Cineworld in Milton Keynes on the 7th of May. 7th of May? Yeah, yep. 7th of May. So it was quite a while after the movie had come out, but that's fine. He wanted to see it. I thought it was an autism-friendly screening. Hopefully this is going to get him over the cinema. His fear of the cinema kind of thing. And he's being overwhelmed by it. So we rocked up, and whilst I'm sure the screening itself was autism-friendly, the getting to that screen was not. So the cinema is dark. You have to walk down a dark corridor lit by red neon lights with like about 30 animated like advertising boards all moving and flashing at you. And he freaked out and he wouldn't go in.
That's a sensory overload, isn't it?
And that's a massive sensory overload. And like just to have that, like you have to go through that process to even get into the cinema. I'm sure the actual screening was great, but could you not have just turned the lights on in the corridor to get to it? You know, like that's just, it's like, it feels like ticking a box. It's like not doing what you're saying you're going to do. So I went to the, you know, to the person serving and explained and said, look, I'm really sorry, we can't, he's not going to be able to go in. Is there any way we can get a refund on these tickets? No, we don't do refunds.
Really? Yeah. Shut up.
So I was like, okay,
film
what do I
hasn't
do
even started
then?
at this
Because
point, right?
this is not an autism friend. No, film hasn't started. We haven't even made it into the screen. No refunds. I was like, well, what do I do? Because this is not autism friendly. And they're like, just email customer services. Like, gave me an email to email customer services. I sent them an email, explained everything that happened.
Yeah.
Nothing. To date, no response at all. Like, come on, Cineworld. Be better. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take a lot. Like, Odeon could do it. Yeah. Why is that not? Why can you not sort that out? And I'm not even fussed about the money because, you know, it's 20 quid. You know, it's not the end of the world. But one, it wasn't fucking cheap for like an autism friendly screening. You know, it's like 25 quid, I think it was, for the two of us, which isn't very cheap. But also, like, I mean, just think about what you're doing, you know? Like, there must be other parents who take their kids who have the same experience as me. Yeah. You know, there must be. And I just thought it was really sad that Odeon can, you know, that Cineworld, can say, well, we do these autism-friendly screenings, aren't we brilliant? And yet, one, completely ignore my email, which they told me to send. Two, have some shitty customer service, like actually in the place. And three, make your cinema look like Darth Vader's arsehole. You know, it's like so fucking dark. Like, it's ridiculous. So yeah, we still didn't get to see the Mario movie.
I feel so bad for your little boy.
I know. And, you know, he will love it when it comes on streaming. And what we'll do is we'll shut all the curtains and we'll make a family cinema kind of thing.
So we boycotting Cineworld now, is that what we're doing?
But yeah, honestly, fuck Cineworld.
Do you want me to go steaming turd on their doorstep?
Well, I mean, to be honest, they're in a complex with a bowling alley and stuff, so, you know, you don't want to steaming turd right there. Like, they might not know who it's for.
Good point.
Could upset Bounce.
Yeah, that is disappointing. So if anyone from Cineworld is listening, can you reply to Rich, please?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Would be nice. I haven't gone full Twitter assault, which I might have done, because, to be honest, I've been quite busy and I couldn't be bothered. And I thought they'd reply to my email, like they told me to send them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So when you have an autism-friendly, I guess just when all lights have to be on kind of thing.
Well, I mean, the thing is to try and avoid the sensory overload. So what would be good would be to turn off the screens that are on the walls, the advertising boards, which are not just posters anymore. They are fully like digital animated screens that move. So have to walk past 4 or 5 of those is distracting. But also, like, can you raise the lights in the foyer somewhat? Does it have to be so dark? Can you like put the lights on in the corridor to the screen? Because I'm not being funny, but having to walk down a dark corridor that's only lit by a red neon light and having these advertising screens.
Yeah.
That's not autism friendly. That's essentially like overloaded him straight away. So it doesn't really matter how good it was inside. If we couldn't even get in, I couldn't even get him in the screen because he's already freaked out. I tell you how freaked out he was. He didn't even want pick and mix, and that is unheard of for my boy. Like pick and mix is like his ideal thing. If I wanted to do anything, promise him some pick and mix, and he will love it. He didn't even want pick and mix. He just wanted out of there like as soon as possible.
If anyone's listening from Nintendo or Illumination,
would love to sample your product, guys. Would love to.
Really, he's tried really hard. Well, yeah. Hopefully they'll email back, or if not, let's go Twitter.
I mean, they probably won't, but you know,
fuckers.
Just glad I've got an Odeon unlimited card rather than a Cineworld one.
Like you, Odeon. Thank you for being brilliant.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, well. Should we move on to
release calendar?
Oh, we haven't done TV Club.
Oh, we're in the TV Club. God, this is a long episode.
Yeah. But, well, I can make it shorter. The only thing I've really watched this month is I haven't finished Ted Lasso. We're going to do that next month because I haven't finished. We're going to have to talk about that. Next month, Rich will talk about Succession as well because that's next week is the last episode.
The final one.
Everyone's going on about how bloody brilliant it is. I bet it's wonderful.
It's brilliant.
And all I've watched this month is on BBC One, Race Around the World.
Okay.
I've got addicted on season 3 because it was across Canada. Loved it. We've gone back, watched season 1 when they had to go from London to Singapore by train. It's the furthest point you can travel without flying.
Okay.
And now we're about to finish season 2 when they're going from Mexico City to the bottom of Argentina. And it just begged the question that, well, could you travel like that? And I can quickly tell you, I couldn't. You would have an awful time, Rich, fitting into.
Yeah. It's bad enough getting on a plane for me. Like,
well, you wouldn't have to be on a plane, but you'd be on a train or a coach. They look quite tight.
Yes,
but I like seeing the world like that. That'd be fun, but it just looks hard work. But I think it's a really good program, and there's always nice twists and stuff going on, like natural twists, not like traitor twists when they're trying to make things happen.
Okay.
Have you watched these?
No, I haven't. No.
They're good.
No.
Check them out.
Yeah.
Check them out. Apart from that, Taskmaster, obviously, it's still funny. MasterChef's on. This is where my life is. But nothing. I haven't watched anything exciting.
So
I would say
I've watched The Diplomat, which I quite enjoyed, which is a Netflix thing.
Yes,
it's good. It's very good. It's very watchable. I was a bit annoyed that it finished when it did, and I was like, no, I need some more.
And that's definitely getting a second season, is it?
I hope so.
Because have you heard about Lockwood and Co?
I have heard about Lockwood and Co, and I'm really
no second season
off.
on Netflix. Yeah,
I'm tempted to cancel my Netflix subscription in protest because stop making me like things and then cancelling them, you bastards.
I don't understand Netflix's way of
me
working.
neither.
It's really weird. They give rubbish things sequels like Love Is Blind. That Love Is Blind and Selling Sunset. I mean, they must get huge numbers.
They must do, but they never seem to creep into my top 10, though. Like, Lockwood and Co was solidly in my top 10 for a good while.
And a lot of people liked Lockwood and Co.
Yeah, well, hopefully it gets picked up by another service or something because that is worth it.
Doesn't that put you like a little bit wary?
It really does, yeah. It really does make me wary because every time there's a new Netflix series, I'm like, yeah, but are they going to cancel it? Are they going to
that is the worry.
Yeah. Just stop making it.
So it's definitely a second series. It's been greenlit, has it?
I don't know.
But it sets
I'm
it up for
hoping
more.
there's a second series because I'm going to be really fucking pissed off if there isn't.
I hate
because there's one hell of a hangover, a cliffhanger at the end. So
brilliant.
I need it. And I've also watched Irving Welsh's Crime,
What's that on?
It was on ITV, and it's Dougray Scott. It's set in Scotland, and yeah, it's basically about kind of it's a bit gritty, trying to like solve some like child murders, and it's like got John Sim as the baddie. But yeah, it's really good and really a bit sort of different and quite psychological. A very Irving Welsh kind of.
Is it written like Trainspotting, so I wouldn't understand it or be able to read it?
A little bit maybe,
okay,
but no, probably not as much because it's set in Edinburgh. It's set in Edinburgh like Trainspotting, but you know, it's probably like there's probably one character you'll be like, what?
Oh God. Oh, cool. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Nothing really exciting though. Nothing really.
I'm still watching like the Big Door Prize on Apple TV.
Oh yeah, that still hasn't finished either. We can talk about that next month.
We'll talk about that next month. I've started watching Bad Sisters on Apple TV as well, but again, I haven't finished that. Obviously, just watching lots of Wheeler Dealers because it's brilliant.
There you go. That's his favourite, guys. Just keep watching Wheeler Dealers. Let's move on to Release Club. Release calendar. Sequels that are coming, plus other movies we want to talk about. Wow, we're getting stuff's coming. So, do you want to know what's coming sequel-wise first?
Go for it.
Okay. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is finally happening.
Oh, yeah.
June the 2nd. We're going to be able to watch that movie.
I've seen the trailer, and when I went to watch Guardians Volume 3, I saw the Spider-Man trailer.
Oh, yeah, because you try and avoid things, don't you?
I do try and avoid things, yeah. But I've seen that one, and yeah, it looks good.
That's good. Transformers Rise of the Beasts, June 9th.
Yeah.
Did you see that trailer yet?
I have seen the trailer. And obviously, like
Unicron,
big into apparently big into the old Transformers, and
Yeah.
so much so that I'm in like Transformers groups on Facebook because I am that sad. And the word is not encouraging in the community.
Oh, I can't wait.
There's not a lot of holding out of hopes.
Then we have the Flash on June the 16th.
Yeah, which I think looks interesting from the trailer.
Yes, we're also getting Extraction 2, the Chris Hemsworth film on Netflix. I think the same date of June the 16th.
Okay.
So, see, there's a 21-minute straight shot of him beating people up, apparently. Sounds good. What's next? June 30th, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I'm really excited about this. I can't wait.
So, yes, there's some big sequels there. I mean, if any of those... if anything's going to let me down, it's going to be Transformers. The other two are going to be brilliant.
I'm not sure about Extraction 2. I've not seen Extraction 1 yet. So
Extraction 1's quite fun, actually. There's some decent... Again, going back to The Mother, that's kind of what I expected it to be. Gritty, feel bone-crunching. It wasn't that. Other films coming out. We've got the new Pixar film called Elemental.
Yeah, not really. Again, I've seen a trailer and just thought, yeah.
It feels like they're trying to do Inside Out, kind of, but with elements.
Yeah.
No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, comedy. Looks quite funny.
No, I've not seen anything about it.
Greatest Days, the Take That musical film.
Oh, God.
Starring Aisling B and Jaden Adams.
Really fucking excited then. Is it actually about Take That, or is it just like a musical with Take That music in it? Like anyone listening, we have a deep dark secret that Dave and I, we love the boy bands.
Yeah, we love. Basically, it has the music of Take That. It's about a group of girls, young, who like Take That back in the day, and I think they slowly break up for whatever reasons, and then one of them wins tickets to see Take That in some foreign country that's sunny. Okay. So it goes a little bit Mamma Mia.
Right. Oh, I'm down for that.
They break out in songs, and I think Take That so at the end they get to the concert. Basically.
Nice. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to go to the cinema and watch that, I think.
We've also got the new Wes Anderson film coming this month, Asteroid City, which is got everyone in. I liked that. I appreciate it. If you didn't get that, I got it. Wow. And that's it. Now, I have done a rough plan of this month for us. Do you want to hear it?
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
So we're going to get Fast X on June the 2nd, Friday. Spider-Verse is the 9th. 16th, Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Then on the 23rd, we'll either do The Flash or Extraction 2. One or the other will be on anotherslice.com.
Yeah.
30th, Roundup. And then we're into July the 7th, that's when you get Indiana Jones.
Okay. We did promise the people we would give them some news about Series 5 and the release date for Series 5.
We did.
So come on, let's do it.
We are going to start Series 5, drumroll, we're going to get on the 12th of June. Monday, the 12th of June.
Set your alarm clocks, people. 3 a.m, Monday the 12th of June.
Our 2-year anniversary is like the 14th of June. So it seemed appropriate to drop the next season then. We've been going for 2 years. We've now done over 102 extra episodes, I think it's found out. We've lost count. That's why we haven't celebrated it. We're not sure.
Brilliant.
I think we've done over 50 of the other ones.
Yeah.
It feels right. We've got a great lineup at the moment. Let's see what happens. Very excited to release them. And I can't wait for people to hear them. And the next stressful 12 weeks from June the 12th.
Yeah. There we go. I say you've got a lot of editing to do, mate.
I'm doing all right at the moment. And then also on June, should also say, anotherslice.com stuff. We're going to finally see out the Planet of the Apes franchise with Battle of the Planet of the Apes, and we will rank them. Very excited about that, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Disenfranchised this month, or June month, we're going to talk John Carter. John Carter. That Disney film that lost $200 billion or whatever it was at the time.
Over 200 billion. Amazing. Yeah. John Carter. Well, is it just John Carter? Not John Carter of Mars?
They dropped the Mars bit.
Okay. That seems like an error.
Because they thought the Mars bit wouldn't help. But I think just calling it John Carter was also a dumb idea. Yes. But we'll get into that in
Because that just sounds like a bloke who works down your local shop.
Yeah. Hey, John, where's the spanners? Oh.
Lovely. Can't wait. For Another Slice listeners, there will be 3 episodes this month, because we will have a review episode on there too.
Yes.
So at least 3. We might think of something else to put on there as well. And you can find that out on anotherslice.com/unequal sequel.
Beautiful.
So, there'll also be sequels to all of our interview episodes. So they'll be starting this month too.
Oh my God.
So you can get loads of extra content. And Dave has come up with some cracking questions for those extra bits. Like those sequel bits on Another Slice, they're kind of turning into full-on episodes of their own.
Let's not big them up so far. On some episodes, they are a bit longer, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, you've done very well, mate. You've done very well.
Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, check us out Another Slice. And yeah, I guess get along onto social media and let us know what you thought of all the stuff we've watched this month. You can find us at Unequal Sequel on Twitter and Instagram. Send us a message and we'll always read it out in our end of month episodes and probably get your name wrong. Because, that's the sort of thing we do.
I'm so sorry.
And yeah, if you're in preparation for Series 5, if you want to go back and binge all the other episodes, I can highly recommend it. Start at Helen O'Hara and go from there. And whilst you're there, if you wouldn't mind hitting the little subscribe, hit the little like, and give us a little review, tap that out for us. We'd really appreciate it. And Dave and I have got to go and record a trailer for Series 5 now.
Absolutely have to do that. That is
absolutely do.
A lot of people are listening to the trailer for some reason, and then I listened back to the trailer and thought, fuck, we've got to do a new trailer. 3 new trailers, in fact. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for sending in your thoughts and your questions and your reviews and whatever. We really do appreciate that. Go check out Another Slice, because some of our best work is on there at the moment, especially my music.
Dave's music's really good.
Oh, you might, I might become a
You've got a new
DJ.
career, mate.
I
You've got a
know.
new career.
I quite like podcasting. It's fun. I've got nothing else to say. Rich, you got anything else to say?
No, I'm done.
It's a bye for me, but thank you for listening. Bye. Sincerely, bye. And a bye from him.
Bye!
See you on the next one. Sequel to this one. Let's get on it. Bye-bye. You remember that point when I was trying to do a different ending every week and it nearly killed me? I'm so glad I dropped that, because after 100 episodes, I really struggled and it stressed me out.
I'm going to struggle to come up with different duos for us for this series, I think.
That is your job now. Enjoy.
Damn it.